Well, he has given readers a front row seat to his life experiences in his new book. Please welcome Mr. Jon Cryer. So what was Charlie's reaction to the stuff you wrote about him?
He knew I was writing it. I told him I was writing it. He was excited about the fact that I was writing it. Because actually, he and I had a lot of good years together before it wasn't so good.
For many years, people have wondered about what happens behind the scenes of Jon Cryer and Charlie Sheen's relationship. Starting from the moment they met in Hollywood to their time together on 2.5 Men, they seemed like the perfect pair to the public. But little did everyone know they've had some secrets that have been hidden for so long. Now, Jon Cryer has broken his silence and shared his side of the story, shocking everyone. What did he reveal? Join us as we let you in on the truth about Jon Cryer and Charlie Sheen's complicated relationship. You won't want to miss this.
That had to be crazy. I'm just having flashbacks in my own mind.
Well, it was tough because, he's a friend, and he's a guy I work with, and he was a great guy to work with.
Jon Cryer's shocking revelation. 2.5 Men series co-star, Jon Cryer revealed on Friday, February 9th, 2024, on the popular The View television show, that he was not interested in working with his former colleague, Charlie Sheen, any longer. He made this statement nearly 15 years after Charlie Sheen was fired from the popular 2.5 Men series. Co-host Alyssa Farah Griffin was said to have asked Jon Cryer about the prospect of having 2.5 Men reboot following Sheen's reported reconciliation with the minds behind the series, which was reported to have ended in 2015. The prospect of which the 58 years old appeared to have shot down. Why did Jon Cryer make this statement? Now, before we delve into the hidden truths behind their relationship, let's take a brief look at their work together. This might just be the beginning of what is about to be revealed. Jon Cryer and Charlie Sheen were said to have had a warm relationship at the beginning of their time on 2.5 Men series. They both co-starred on the popular comedy show, which made them their audience favorite. The show was reported to have made its intention known when its maiden series was aired on CBS in 2003. It was reported to be a comedy series that could be counted on to deliver a specific and time-tested flavor of mind candy. It became clear that the show found its dedicated audience, and the network had a hit on its hand. The series was reported to have lasted a record-breaking 12 seasons, which made it one of television's longest-running sitcoms when it ended in 2015. The show was, however, said to have made headlines in 2011 for Charlie Sheen's bizarre behavior that ultimately got him fired from the show and replaced with Ashton Kutcher. The news of Charlie Sheen getting fired was reported to have come in the midst of a frenzy of U.S. media reports on Sheen's controversial personal life.
Charlie Sheen has been officially fired from the US TV comedy series 2.5 Men. Normally, that would be a bad thing, but for the star, it's good news.
The studio was said to have acted after careful considerations. Charlie Sheen, who happened to be the highest-paid actor on U.S. television, was said to have also appeared in films, which included Wall Street and Platoon. The production of 2.5 Men was also said to have been suspended since January 2024 after Charlie Sheen, the son of Hollywood actor Martin Sheen, entered rehabilitation for reported drugs and alcohol abuse. It was said to have gotten to a point where production was ultimately put on hold so Sheen could undergo a rehab program, which happened to be his third rehab stint in a year at that time. Charlie Sheen was also said to have made a number of derogatory remarks aimed at the show's network, CBS, the show's creator, Chuck Lorre. He was also said to have called Jon Cryer a turncoat and a traitor for not coming to his defense publicly. Some reports have it that Charlie Sheen accused the creator of being paid too little and demanded an increase to about $3 million per show. For several weeks, Sheen was said to have given a series of often angry and rambling media interviews. He insisted he was drug-free, even after undergoing rehabilitation. The actor was said to have been taken to the hospital in Los Angeles in January with severe abdominal pains before entering rehab. In the wake of similar events, he was said to have filed for a divorce from his third wife, Brooke Muller, in November, where he cited irreconcilable differences for their separation.
Charlie Sheen has filed for divorce from his third wife days after he was briefly hospitalized in New York City. Court records in Los Angeles show the 2.5 Men star filed for divorce Monday from Brooke Muller Sheen, citing irreconcilable differences.
Sheen, who reacted to his sacking, called it very good news. His contract was eventually terminated, and his character, Charlie Harper, was killed off. Get ready for yet another shocking revelation that will keep you at the edge of your seat. Charlie Sheen's departure, controversy, and replacement. Charlie Sheen was said to have left the show after he finished filming the final episode of Season 7 of the 2.5 Men show. This was said to be due to his rejection of CBS's offer of $1 million per episode, which he considered to be too low. Rumors have it that he said he would come back later for 2 more seasons. In a twist of events, the New Zealand website reported that a press release issued by Sheen's publicist confirmed that he had signed a new contract for 2 years at $1.78 million per episode, which appeared to have put an end to the 2.5-month speculation. Charlie Sheen was reported to have said he was looking forward to returning to his CBS home on Monday nights. The following month, after Sheen's verbal denunciations of Chuck Lorre in a radio interview with Alex Jones and an online interview, CBS was reported to have announced that 2.5 Men had ceased production for the rest of its 8th season. This was said to have affected an estimated 200 employees and caused Warner Brothers Television, CBS, Lorre, Sheen, and other profit participants to have an estimated $10 million loss from the unmade 8 remaining episodes. Later on, Charlie Sheen was reported to have held interviews with ABC's 20 Over 20, NBC's Today, and CNN's Piers Morgan Tonight, where he was said to have criticized Lorre and CBS. This led to a joint announcement made by CBS and Warner Brothers Television that they had jointly terminated Sheen's 2.5 Men contract. They cited lack of morals as a main cause of their separation. No further decisions about the show's future were released. Maren Hinkle and Holland Taylor, who happened to be crew members, were said to have expressed sadness at Charlie Sheen's departure and personal problems, but Jon Cryer was said not to have made any public comment on the matter. In response, Charlie Sheen was reported to have called him a turncoat, a traitor, and a troll in an online interview.
In Sheen's verbal crosshairs Tuesday, his former 2.5 Men man, Jon Cryer, a turncoat, a traitor, a troll, says Sheen, for not reaching out to him.
Although it was said that he later issued a half apology to Cryer for the remarks. Charlie Sheen reportedly sued Lorre and Warner Brothers Television for $100 million. He was reported to have filed the lawsuit on behalf of himself and 2.5 Men's cast and crew, but only his name was said to have appeared as a plaintiff in court documents. In April 2011, Sheen was said to have mentioned during a radio interview in Boston that CBS and he were discussing a possible return to the show. In a contrary report, Lorre was said to have announced the same month that he had developed an idea for a revival of 2.5 Men, which excluded Sheen. He said Jon Cryer would play a key role alongside a new character. Hugh Grant was said to have been approached to replace Sheen, but declined. On May 13th, CBS announced Ashton Kutcher would join the cast. Kutcher, who agreed to join the crew, said he won't be able to replace Charlie Sheen, but he would work his ass off to entertain the hell out of people.
Hey, Charlie. It's me, Walden. We never met, but I'm the guy who took your place.
On August 2nd, 2011, the Season 9 premiere reportedly started with Sheen's character killed off and his ex-girlfriends attending his funeral in a part of the show. Charlie's Malibu home was also said to have been put up for sale, and interested buyers, which included celebrities from Lorre's other sitcoms, could buy. After a period of financial and personal struggles that followed his departure from 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen was reported to have taken a break from Hollywood for multiple years. According to a Deadline report, it was said that Sheen is set to star in a new drama comedy series called Ramble On as himself, alongside Kevin Connolly and Kevin Dillon. Now, what did Jon Cryer just reveal? You're about to find out. Charlie Cryer broke the silence. Jon Cryer, aged 59, was featured as a guest on the Entertainment Weekly couch surfing show, where he opened up about his relationship with Charlie Sheen and his past roles throughout his career. Jon Cryer said nothing but good things about his 2.5 Men co-star Charlie Sheen, despite working through his internet starstorms. Jon Cryer said his relationship with Charlie Sheen started off on a very good note in the first few years on the show, and also admitted he was surprised by the show's success. He added that when the show started, Sheen was sober, and he was proud of his sobriety, but that he lost it after his marriage to Denise Richard collapsed, and he began to use drugs. He said Sheen was able to handle it at first, and was incredibly professional about it, but became overwhelmed by the challenge. Cryer said people must have thought he really loved him when they acted as brothers on the show. He said even though Charlie Sheen blasted him as a troll for not defending him after he was fired, he just wanted his former colleague to be healthy and happy. He wished him the best and hoped he would live in good health for the rest of his life. He added that he wanted him to be sober and reunited with his family. He, however, acknowledged that he wasn't sure if he wanted to get in business with him for any length of time. Jon Cryer added, "Nobody in show business can possibly get away with making fun of their boss," when Letterman, who happened to be the interviewer, suggested that Charlie Sheen was canned for his crude remarks about Lori. Chuck Lorre, who produced 2.5 Men, was reported to have also said that one of the hardest things for him when 2.5 Men fell apart the way it did was he really thought he was friends with Charlie, and that he lost, that really broke his heart. Cryer also spoke about how the 2.5 Men production was indefinitely put on hold so that Charlie Sheen could undergo a rehabilitation program. He mentioned the fact that all of their jobs were tied to Sheen and that everyone was his friend. He noted that it was the very, very strange aspects of it that he absolutely hated, but added that he was thankful for the years that were great. He said that the show ran for 4 more seasons after Charlie Sheen's departure, which ended after a 12-season run in 2015. He also revealed that he had guest starring stints on NCIS, Will and Grace, and in the movie Big Time Adolescence after the show went off air. He said he can currently be seen as the villainous Lex Luthor on the CW's Supergirl. Jon Cryer and Charlie Sheen's story was one that showed that friendship is far more than just a Hollywood tale, but one of resilience, honesty, and unexpected bonds that exist even in the most challenging environments. Electric cars have been making waves in recent years, but it seems they are not the only option for a cleaner future. There's another type of technology that could change everything, and it is none other than hydrogen fuel cells. Honda, a leading name in the automobile industry, has recently revealed their bold plan. They want to release a hydrogen-powered version of their famous CR-V SUV.
CR-V has more space than before, and lots of different ways to help you enjoy that space.
Could this new engine change the way we see the future of cars? To find out, join us as we reveal Honda's new engine that plans to dominate the entire EV industry. Honda reveals plans for their hydrogen-powered cars. Back in 2015, Honda became a trending topic for car lovers after revealing the Clarity fuel cell at the Tokyo Motor Show. This car was not like regular electric or gasoline-powered vehicles. It used hydrogen to create energy, offering a driving range that amazed many. By 2016, the Clarity FCV made history as the first hydrogen-powered sedan available for purchase in Japan. It was proof of Honda's commitment to innovation. The Clarity was special because it wasn't just a regular car with a hydrogen engine. Honda designed it from scratch to run on hydrogen. It had advanced features like wave flow technology, making it more efficient and powerful.
Things we loved? Well, the fuel efficiency for one. Over our 25,000 miles, we averaged nearly 88 miles per gallon.
But even with all this, the Clarity faced huge problems, which would end up leading to it being discontinued. But Honda won't be stopped by this setback as they recently announced that their plans on a new hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV is finally underway. But what were the issues faced by the Clarity FCV, and has Honda overcome these issues with their CR-V SUV? Stay tuned to find out. The Clarity released by Honda, although built from scratch to run on hydrogen, had its benefits and major issues. It was designed to be a clean energy car that didn't rely on gasoline or traditional electric batteries. One of its key benefits was its ability to carry 5 people comfortably, which was an advantage over other hydrogen-powered cars at the time. This made it practical for families and groups, setting it apart from smaller and less spacious hydrogen vehicles. Honda added special features to the Clarity, making it stand out. It had smaller, more efficient fuel cells that provided more power while taking up less space. This innovative design made the Clarity one of the most advanced hydrogen cars of its time. The car could drive up to 360 miles on a full tank of hydrogen,
Honda Clarity, an advanced technology vehicle that can run on pure electric and an efficient hybrid system, also known as a plug-in hybrid.
This driving range was impressive and even better than some electric cars available then. It proved that hydrogen-powered cars could compete in terms of performance and convenience, but despite its benefits, the Clarity faced significant problems that led to its discontinuation. The main issue was the lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Unlike electric cars, which can be charged at home or at many charging stations, hydrogen cars need special stations to fill up. These stations were not widely available, especially in many countries. Without enough refueling stations, it was hard for Clarity owners to use their cars for daily travel. Many potential buyers were hesitant to buy the car because they didn't want to worry about where to refuel. Another challenge was the growing popularity of electric cars. As electric vehicle technology improved and charging stations became more common, buyers were drawn to them instead. Electric cars were easier to own and use, which made them more appealing. In contrast, hydrogen cars like the Clarity were seen as complicated and inconvenient. There was also a lack of demand for hydrogen-powered vehicles in general. Many people didn't understand the benefits of hydrogen technology, and governments weren't offering enough support or incentives to encourage its use. Electric cars received more attention and support, leaving hydrogen cars in the shadows. In 2021, Honda decided to stop making the Clarity. Along with it, they also discontinued the battery and plugged-in hybrid versions of the car. While the Clarity was an impressive achievement, the world wasn't ready for hydrogen cars to succeed. The Clarity proved that hydrogen technology had great potential. It showed that hydrogen-powered cars could be efficient, spacious, and environmentally friendly, but the lack of infrastructure, competition from electric vehicles, and low demand ultimately led to it being discontinued. Honda hasn't given up on hydrogen, though. They are now working on a hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV, showing their belief in the future of this technology. But will this new CR-V SUV take the world by storm? Let's find out. Honda hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV. Honda has announced its plans to release a new hydrogen-powered version of its popular CR-V SUV this year. This decision comes after years of learning from their previous hydrogen car, the Honda Clarity, which was discontinued in 2021 due to major issues like a lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Since 2021, things have changed for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, also known as FCVs. There are now more hydrogen refueling stations, and governments are encouraging people to use cleaner vehicles. This has made owning and using a hydrogen car much easier. Honda sees this progress as an opportunity to bring hydrogen technology back with a stronger plan. The new CR-V hydrogen SUV is built using advanced technology developed with General Motors. It has 2 hydrogen tanks located at the back of the car. These tanks store the hydrogen fuel needed to power the vehicle. The car also has a smart power unit placed under the seats. This system helps manage the energy efficiently. Under the hood, the CR-V has a fuel cell system. This system uses hydrogen to create electricity through a chemical reaction. This means the car doesn't need a traditional battery to store power like electric vehicles. Instead, it makes electricity as you drive. Another key feature of the CR-V is its ability to store a large amount of energy. This helps the car travel long distances without needing frequent refueling. When it's time to refuel, the process is quick and simple. It only takes a few minutes to fill up the hydrogen tanks, which is much faster than charging an electric vehicle. The CR-V has a power export function, which is a unique feature that allows the car to provide electricity to homes or devices. It should be noted that Honda's work in hydrogen technology is not new. It started in 1999 with the launch of the Honda FCX, one of the first fuel cell vehicles. At that time, hydrogen cars were rare, and refueling stations were hard to find. Despite these challenges, Honda continued improving its technology.
Engines that Honda built, perhaps better than anyone else, are losing favor.
Is Honda walking away from one of their most appealing traits?
The Honda Clarity was a step forward in 2016, but it struggled due to some limitations. Learning from these experiences, Honda is determined to make the hydrogen-powered CR-V a success. The company has invested in building more hydrogen stations, and is working closely with governments to support clean energy vehicles. They believe that hydrogen cars, along with electric and hybrid vehicles, are essential for reducing emissions and creating a more sustainable future. Remember we mentioned the CR-V hydrogen SUV is set to launch this year? Well, it's starting with North America and Japan. It will first be sold in regions with good access to hydrogen refueling stations, such as California, and select areas in Japan. Honda plans to make the cars available to more areas as more stations are built. The automotive world is excited about this new vehicle because it combines the reliability of the CR-V with the benefits of hydrogen technology. The car is expected to offer the same comfort and practicality that the CR-V is known for, along with the advantages of fast refueling and long driving range. Honda's vision goes beyond just making cars. They aim to lead the way in sustainable transportation by developing vehicles that reduce harmful emissions. While electric vehicles are a big part of this plan, Honda believes that hydrogen-powered cars also have a place in the future. With the new CR-V hydrogen SUV, Honda is showing that they are serious about innovation and environmental stewardship. The car represents a major step forward in fuel cell technology and gives us a peek into what the future of transportation could look like. How beneficial will this Honda CR-V SUV be? Keep watching because what comes next will interest you. Benefits and potential setbacks of Honda CR SUV. The Honda CR-V hydrogen-powered SUV brings many benefits to the world of clean transportation. One of the most exciting advantages is its use of hydrogen fuel cells, which produce zero harmful emissions. Instead of releasing carbon dioxide like gasoline cars, the hydrogen CR-V only emits water vapor. This makes it a great choice for people who want to help reduce air pollution and fight climate change. Another benefit of the CR-V hydrogen SUV is its quick refueling time. Unlike electric cars, which can take hours to charge, the CR-V can be refueled in just a few minutes at a hydrogen station. This is very convenient for busy people who don't want to wait long to get back on the road.
Hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. It's the first hydrogen fuel cell vehicle for the mass market consumer audience.
It also makes the car suitable for long trips, as drivers won't need to spend much time refueling. The CR-V is also designed to offer a long driving range. Its hydrogen tanks can store a large amount of energy, allowing the car to travel farther on a single fill-up compared to many electric cars. This helps reduce range anxiety, a common worry for drivers of eco-friendly vehicles. The CR-V provides the comfort of knowing you can go farther without stopping for fuel. In addition to being clean and practical, the CR-V hydrogen SUV is versatile. The unique power export feature that the Honda CR-V SUV has is quite beneficial because it means that the car can act as a backup power source for homes or other devices. In emergencies, this feature could be extremely useful, providing electricity when other sources are not available. The car also maintains the reliability and spacious design of the CR-V, a model that has been trusted by many drivers for years. Even with these benefits, the CR-V hydrogen SUV may face some setbacks. One major issue is the limited number of hydrogen refueling stations. While the number of stations is growing, they are still not as widely available as gas stations or electric charging points. In some areas, it could be difficult to find a station nearby, which might discourage people from buying the car. Another challenge is the cost of hydrogen technology. Building hydrogen cars and refueling stations is expensive, which could make the CR-V more costly than other vehicles.
The all-new Honda CR-V eHEV full hybrid variant will also feature Honda Connect and an upgraded Honda Sensing.
Even though prices are expected to go down as the technology improves, some people might still find the initial cost too high. Competition is also a major challenge. Electric cars have become very popular in recent years, and many people are already used to charging their cars at home. The convenience of electric vehicles might make it hard for hydrogen cars like the CR-V to win over customers. The hydrogen SUV may also face issues with public awareness. Many people are not familiar with hydrogen technology and might feel unsure about how it works. Educating the public and building trust in this new type of car will take time and effort. Government policies and incentives could also play a role. While some governments support hydrogen vehicles with tax breaks and funding for refueling stations, Others focus more on electric vehicles. Without strong government backing, the CR-V could face difficulties reaching a large audience. Also, hydrogen production itself can be a challenge. Although hydrogen is a clean fuel, the process of producing it is not always environmentally friendly. If hydrogen is made using fossil fuels, it could reduce the overall environmental benefits of the CR-V. Efforts to produce green hydrogen, using renewable energy sources like wind and solar, are necessary to fully realize the car's potential. The Honda CR-V hydrogen SUV has many advantages, including its clean energy, quick refueling, long range, and innovative features. But it also faces challenges like limited infrastructure, high costs, strong competition, and the need for public education and green hydrogen production. How these issues are addressed will play a big role in the future success of this promising vehicle. Ammonia-powered cars face technical challenges that have impeded their progress. One significant obstacle is the combustion characteristics of ammonia. Ammonia has a different combustion profile compared to conventional fuels, requiring modifications to engine designs and fuel systems. It has a lower energy density compared to gasoline or diesel, which means larger volumes of ammonia would be needed to achieve similar performance levels. This poses challenges in terms of packaging and range limitations, as the larger fuel storage tanks would occupy more space and add weight to the vehicle. Additionally, the conversion of existing internal combustion engines to run on ammonia is not a straightforward process. Engine modifications are needed to accommodate the specific requirements of ammonia combustion, such as changes to fuel injectors, combustion chambers, and exhaust systems. These modifications would require significant research and development, as well as testing to ensure the performance, efficiency, and durability of the converted engines. Another factor that has hindered the development of ammonia-powered cars is the availability of alternative technologies. Over the years, other clean energy options, such as electric vehicles, EVs, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, have gained prominence and received significant investments. These technologies have been further developed and have seen improvements in terms of infrastructure, battery technology, and overall performance. As a result, the focus and resources have been primarily directed toward these alternatives, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited attention and investment. Moreover, the production of ammonia itself poses environmental challenges. Currently, the majority of ammonia production relies on fossil fuel-based processes, such as steam methane reforming. This leads to greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to climate change. To fully realize the environmental benefits of ammonia-powered cars, it would be necessary to transition to more sustainable and carbon-neutral methods of ammonia production, such as electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources. However, the development and scaling up of these sustainable production methods are still in progress, adding to the complexity of adopting ammonia as a mainstream fuel. Lastly, the regulatory landscape has also played a role in the slow progress of ammonia-powered cars. Governments and regulatory bodies have primarily focused on promoting electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as part of their clean transportation strategies. As a result, the regulatory frameworks and incentives have been more favorable towards these technologies, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited policy support and incentives. But the dream of an ammonia-powered engine taking over the automobile landscape is very possible. Why? Why is ammonia worth the effort? Ammonia engines have a standout feature that sets them apart: high energy density. This means that a significant amount of energy can be stored within a given volume of ammonia. This characteristic is crucial for efficient energy storage and transportation, making ammonia engines particularly well-suited for sectors like transportation and power generation, where effective energy storage and utilization are of utmost importance. One of the compelling advantages of ammonia engines is their reliance on widely available resources. Ammonia can be produced from various elements, such as hydrogen and nitrogen, which are abundant constituents in the Earth's atmosphere. This accessibility underscores the viability of ammonia engines as a sustainable energy solution. By utilizing readily available resources, we not only have the potential to reduce carbon emissions, but also to develop more resilient and flexible energy solutions. What's interesting to note is that ammonia has played pivotal roles in various industrial settings throughout history. What do you think about Jon Cryer and Charlie Sheen's story? And do you think they could ever come together again? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click on the following video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.